you're holding back your own creativity for some reason.
Like, how do you tell if your friends are holding you back?
You have to think that the work you're making is awesome.
Yeah, goals only matter when it gets hard, like you said.
You like infected my brain.
Yeah, it got into
I was
your
going
head.
insane.
So I guess I wanted to start out with, you know me for a little bit now. I was wondering
Yeah.
what you thought my biggest flaw is as a person, and where I could work most.
You're not putting out enough stuff.
Straight up.
For whatever reason. Straight up, dude. Like, you came here a year ago? When was it? When did we do this?
Maybe, yeah, just a little under a year.
And you played your track, and I thought, this is fire. And like, you just put it out, what, yesterday? 2 days ago?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had it on SoundCloud, but not on streaming services and
But
music
it's
video.
also like, it's one song, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you've got 1,000 songs in you.
Yeah.
It's creating more. You're holding back your own creativity for some reason. Whether it's just perfection or I don't know what it is.
It's a bit of perfection, and it's a bit of, like, I guess, not sure if it's ready enough, I guess, to be shared.
But that's like putting too much pressure on one song to
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah.
Just keep going, make more.
Yeah, put it out and go to the next
Yeah,
one.
like a song a day, dude. And
Yeah.
then whatever does well, you turn into a music video.
Yeah. I know Russ did a song a week for a while, and that's what helped him blow up, you know.
Who's Russ?
He's just a famous hip-hop artist.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, even that, like a song a day, dude. Like now, if you need to sit down and write it out, that's why I asked you last time, can you freestyle? Because if you can freestyle, there's no reason why you can't do a song a day.
Right.
You just go, and then something in there will hit, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna spend more time making this
one.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you've got everything else. Like, you've got a great vibe. I think the angle is different with the all positivity. I think people are drawn to you. You're just not putting out the creative. You're not putting out enough work.
Right.
Like, you went to Australia and did what?
I made a bunch of songs and worked, but...
Let's see them. Like, where are they? Like, how many songs did you make?
Yeah, I have probably a catalog of 30 good songs right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like putting so much thought into marketing out that I wasn't actually posting it, you know?
But that is the marketing.
Yeah.
Like, the creative is the marketing. If people like a song, they send it, they share it.
Yeah.
It pops.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'm going to get my ass to work.
Like, you got your 30, and not putting so much pressure on this thing has to be the one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're making this video,
Making
awesome.
perfection.
Maybe people watch it and it crushes, or maybe like nobody watches it. Say, I hate that guy. Great, next. I'm making 20 videos, so let's keep going, right?
Yeah.
There's a guy who comes to my workshop. You should probably come in one. I do a weekly series here in Toronto at the studio Thursday nights if I'm in town. Talk about different things, free, open to the public. And this guy who came, and he had this great thing that happened to him almost 2 years ago. And it was a video that then popped, that he had like 8 million views on it. And all he still talks about was this thing that happened 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And trying, like, how do I leverage that more? How do I keep? It's like, dude, that's like one pin in your cushion. Like, it's nothing compared to what you can do.
The vastness of what you can actually
do.
do.
Like, more. Just create. Keep going.
Okay, I will. And you do workshops on Thursday, you said, so.
Yeah. But that same, like, I'm Dreaming should be out, and then next week another one, and next week another one, and like once a week should be the least amount of music that you put out. Now, still, like, how do I find creativity within that restriction of I need to get it done once a week? Like, what are you doing?
Freestyle,
what are you doing? It doesn't have to be freestyle, though.
Right, yeah.
You can't write a song a week?
No, of course I can. Yeah.
Right, so write and then sing it.
Yeah, and do it and then post it, yeah.
Yeah, and then if the lyrics really hit and you really feel it, there's always going to be some that you like more than others.
Yeah.
And there'll be some that people like more than others.
Yeah.
And then, like, those are the ones that you then make fancier and turn into a video, and then you put a little marketing behind it. Every week at a minimum, you should be putting out a song.
So I'm just experimenting to what my consumers want, kind of thing. Like,
plus your creative expression.
Yeah.
Like, you hear a beat, you're in Australia, and you hear some, like, local funky beat that nobody's really even associates with hip hop.
With the didgeridoo or something.
Yeah, or something. And it's like, dude, what's that beat? Like, where do I? And then you take that song and you put some lyrics on top of it. And maybe that's the thing. Or maybe everybody hates it. Great, next. Because you're a constant You're Cosmo, dude. You
Yeah.
got like a universe of creativity.
I could make 2 or 3 songs a day. It's
Yeah.
just, I feel like it's the embarrassment of putting out bad work that holds me back sometimes, maybe.
Put it out. What's
Yeah.
your message? Your message is all about
Like inspiration, finding yourself. Like
right. Okay, but how do you do it?
Yeah.
Only
Putting
so
it
is
out.
your message only put up perfect stuff?
No. Yeah, true. It's not. It's not.
So you make a song about how you're
Yeah.
embarrassed that your song aren't good,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Putting out a song a day.
I guess.
Sitting here trying to find my way.
Ooh. I got all these bars I ain't trying to play. Looking
Right?
for a brighter day.
Right? There
Yeah.
you go.
I wanted to ask, like, how do you tell if your friends are holding you back? Like,
Energy, dude. Energy.
Mm-hmm.
Energy. Like when you're around them, do you leave more? Like you're here.
Mm-hmm.
You've been hanging around with people who, like, you knew me a little bit before that,
Mm-hmm.
but then otherwise, a whole team of people that you've never met before.
I went home last night and my
Yeah.
mom came into my room. She's like, did you smoke weed? Are you high?
Right.
And
That's
I was
it.
like, no, this is me.
That's how you
Yeah.
know, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
how you know.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you
The
partnered with
vibe.
Louis all day, and I saw it on the list. I'm so pumped. Like, oh my God, Louis and Cosmo together all day.
Yeah.
Like, fire is gonna happen,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's how you know. Do you get more energy?
Yeah. Like we were doing the discomfort challenge just
Yeah, yeah,
then,
yeah.
and we were doing card tricks, and
Okay.
then they realized that obviously I wasn't a
Tragic
magician.
magic, yeah.
And then people started coming up to me asking me if I could do card tricks for them because
Okay.
maybe they felt the energy or something
Okay,
like that.
yeah.
It was just the vibe there.
So when you leave them, do you feel better?
Right.
Do you have more energy or less?
Right. And you have to feel that out, I guess. Yeah.
The fact that you're asking that question, whoever's in your mind is not the person for you.
Interesting.
Because you wouldn't ask that question otherwise.
Yeah. True.
Doesn't mean they suck or they're bad people or
No.
anything. It's just they're taking your energy instead of giving.
Yeah. Yeah. The person that I have in mind, I really
Yeah, it's just-
respect a lot, so it's hard. But
And it doesn't mean you disrespect them.
yeah.
Just spend a little less time.
Yeah. True.
Because it should be like talking to you, I'm giving energy,
Yeah.
but I'm getting your energy too, man. It's like we both leave feeling better. Right? Not like I don't if you walk away and then you're like, oh man, I feel super drained, like that Evan guy is ridiculous, right? Then like it
Got
didn't
it.
work, right? Then never come back and see me again. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how it should work. You both should feel better leaving.
Yeah. Exactly. Feel refreshed by the.
And then you wouldn't even ask the question
Yeah.
because you just know that it,
Yeah.
right?
You know that works.
So that person is not, you just have to spend less time with them. Doesn't mean you have to sit down and say, listen, I don't think we have good chemistry as friends.
I think we need a break.
Doesn't mean you have to disrespect them.
Yeah.
It'll just let it drift.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
maybe at some point you come back to it or maybe not.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Love someone from a distance, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still send them love. You can still think about them in your songs and write things for them and
Yeah.
check in on their birthday and whatever.
Yeah.
But right now where you're at, you don't want that person around you.
Right.
Not for what you're about to do.
Okay. I've got another question for you. So I produce, I engineer, I mix, I'm a vocalist. I'm doing a lot of like marketing stuff. I have all of these different eggs. I was kind of going to ask you, when should I know when to put all of my eggs in one basket? Say like go 100% into just doing the vocals and then get other people to do everything else. Is there a?
It's still a passion thing.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing. You can't think your way through that. You got to feel it.
Feel what's right for me and what isn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's where do you want to have the Michael Jordan level talent at? So when I started making videos, I sucked at everything, everything. But I liked being in front of the camera, and I hated being behind the camera. Right?
Okay.
Doing what Danny does, I hate it. I respect it.
Yeah.
Like when I needed to get gear from my home office with the pictures, like Danny, how do I solve this problem?
Right.
He's like, oh, I got you. You got to get this camera with this lens because it has, and he came over and he set it up. Like I don't even know what settings he's touching. And when I messed up the setting, like Danny, something happened. It's not working properly.
Help.
Right? So, but he already know he lives that stuff. He loves that stuff. I don't want to know that stuff. Right? So think about what can you get lost in versus what's a chore to just kind of get the end result.
Okay.
And you give up the stuff that's a chore. And
Right.
you try to find the people who love doing that stuff.
And then get them to help you for it.
Yeah, now at the beginning, you're doing everything yourself.
Yeah.
But then as you scale, you start to build. You think about the thing that you like doing the least, and then
Yeah.
you hand that off.
Oh, okay. As
Right.
you're able to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same thing with editing. I suck at editing.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't want to get good at it. no
Yeah.
interest.
Did you do that at the beginning? Were you
Yes,
editing?
yes, I did everything.
Yeah, okay.
To experiment.
Yeah.
But here's I sucked at it, and I didn't want to get better at it.
Yeah.
I sucked in front of the camera, but I wanted to get better at it.
Gotcha.
That's the difference. So spending time in front of the camera practicing was good. Like it made me feel better.
Right.
Every hour I spent editing a video made me feel worse.
You're going back.
Yeah, it's like, what a waste of time. I
Yeah.
hate this. But I respect it, right? We've Christina's probably looking at this, editing it. We've got her and her husband, and then some others help with editing the videos. Like,
Right.
I couldn't make 4 videos a day without them.
Right. Okay. Actually, that's definitely clearing it up for me. Like I find I love making the music, so I
Yeah.
love producing, getting on the keys, but getting to that point where I need to mix and master it, that
Okay.
fine minute details,
Yeah.
I'm not quite there. Maybe
Yeah.
I'd love to hand that off to someone else.
Yeah.
As well as my marketing at some point, I'd love to have a manager to be
Yeah.
able to take care of that.
Yeah, well, just like you had that guy, your friend, film your video.
Yeah.
Crazy, like I'm a vegan explorer. What's his bio? It's
Yeah.
something wild.
Oh yeah. I forget what the name was.
It's
Vegan
something like-
workhorse,
Yeah,
like
something like
universe, like.
So like you connect with him and he films
Yeah.
your videos because
Yeah.
you don't want to be filming the
Yeah.
videos or asking your girlfriend to do it or something, right? It's the same
Someone
thing.
who's good at it.
Most of the work is going to be in the creative and making the final like mixing piece. Maybe is you only do it for your better songs that you get some traction with,
Right.
And then you work with somebody who can
Do that.
do it for you.
Okay.
But they're going to be way better at it than you are. They won't spend as long on it as you would because you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? And then you get a polished product.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. And so like have that be the first person who's part-time working with you because it allows you to create better songs.
Right.
And then
Focus
as
on
that
what I'm good
scales
at.
and you think, okay, the next thing I hate doing is marketing.
Right.
So I want to get somebody who's going to help me with marketing
Okay.
part-time, right?
Yeah.
And then you scale that.
As I get better and better, just focus more on what I'm good at.
Yeah, you make money, you put it back into the business, and you keep scaling, growing. And then you're spending more and more time doing the stuff that you love.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Last question would be, I guess I'd look for advice on finding and removing my disempowering beliefs when
Okay.
it comes to like making music and being a better artist.
So asking yourself, why am I not creating?
Yeah.
Because, so why are you not creating? Like, why did you not make a song today?
Right. Or even last night, like I realized that in that moment I didn't feel like it. Like there was an emotion inside of me that was saying, I don't feel like making music now.
But why?
Maybe it was laziness or just
It's
didn't.
not laziness.
I don't know. Like, maybe, I guess I had this belief that I deserved to relax because I spent this day doing this workshop.
Now you're treating your music like a job instead of creative expression.
Yeah. So that's like this empowering belief there kind of thing.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to.
Making music is work.
Yeah.
Who wants a job?
Yeah. I don't.
If you
It's
sit
fine
down and
with
like, oh, okay, let me go write my song. If that's it. Like, if I ever get like that for making videos, I'm out.
it. Yeah.
If I ever show up on a Tuesday or like to one of these things and I'm not pumped to, like you guys are walking in, it's like I'm so excited. We got Cosmo and Louie, right? I'm genuinely feeling that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, another one of these one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Stop, move
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah.
Off to something else.
Okay.
So you have to think that your work you're making is awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't you?
Maybe because I don't see the result from creating a track, and maybe that comes from me not posting as much. Like.
Sure, but it's tying your self-worth to the thing
Result.
working, is
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah. True.
It's creative expression that some people will like and some people won't.
I love that though. I don't know why I didn't feel like that in the moment. Like I do love to express myself, and when I get into the flow state of music, it's the best feeling that I can.
So how do you get into that?
It's just getting started, like.
But what's the first step? Do you put on a beat? Do you watch a video?
Yeah,
do you just
usually.
like go for a walk? What are you doing?
I would just start playing down melodies and trying to hear what comes to.
You start what, on the piano?
Yeah.
You sit down at the piano.
Yeah, and just try to hear something good, and then I go build from there. That's where most
And
of
you
my
just play
songs-
from your head? You like
Yeah,
sit at the piano, you got nothing, you just like start hitting keys and
Yeah.
then something comes?
Yes, that's
then
like
you
the
get into the
majority
flow.
of my songs come from.
Great, so make that's part of your daily routine.
Yeah, just sit down.
You
and
wake
do it.
up
Yeah.
and you go to the piano.
Yeah. True.
And then you start, and whether you may not get something every time, but you make it fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Wake up, get a coffee or whatever else
Yeah.
Go for a walk or meditate or whatever you do in the morning, and then you sit down at the keyboard and you give yourself an hour every day to sit at the keyboard and be creative. And maybe you make a song and maybe you don't, but you're releasing yourself of the expectations of coming up with a great song.
Right, and just do it.
Because it'll feel like work.
Yeah.
Instead of have fun and play with it.
I just want to enjoy myself on the computer, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, on the computer or on the piano?
Well, I mean, it's like it's a piano on the computer.
Got it.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to create. I'm going to have fun today. Let's go. And then
Yeah,
if you get into the state and you come up with a song, awesome. If you
perspective.
don't, then you don't. But if you're doing it every day, chances are just being who you are with the crazy mind that you have, you're going to come up with something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But even if it's not, like if you got nothing, it's okay.
Yeah.
If you sat down at the computer for an hour and like you just messed around, but nothing's sunk in or whatever, great.
Yeah.
Be proud of the fact that you sat down for an hour and you played, and then that's the reward, and then do it again tomorrow.
Right.
Releasing the expectation that you have to create something 100%.
That spicy fire.
Yeah, it might come or may not.
Yeah.
And maybe that becomes a thing. Like maybe that even use the frustrated vibe as the vibe. I know I'm always popping inspiration, but whatever.
Yeah, sometimes that frustration is important. Even like when I'm creating a track, like, okay, I don't feel like it right now, but that's good. Like, I want to keep on going. I want to push through that.
Yeah. And then that's the grinding song.
Yeah. I woke up today, I didn't feel like doing. Now I'm rapping all this crazy spit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
That's the process. Because you may not always feel inspired. You may not always feel the great feelings that you want to be known for in your music.
Yes.
But the willingness to get up and chase your thing down every day is inspirational. Showing me that you are not feeling great today, but you want to be, and you're still on your climb to get your come up, is inspirational. Is maybe more inspirational than if you're already feeling.
Yeah.
It's easy after something like this. It's easy to go home tonight and be like, man,
I'm gonna do all
I'm
this.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's hard when you wake up
Yeah.
the next day and you're back to life, and then bill collector or whatever comes by, or you got a rickshaw and it's raining outside, or whatever, right?
Goals only matter when it gets hard, like you said last night.
Yeah. I mean, like if you look at the best albums, like the first album typically crushes because it's all the pain and the foundation story, and they're going after theirs. And then the subsequent albums don't typically do as well.
We made it and we're like,
it's like there's no story anymore.
Yeah.
So knowing what you're going through, and not having a negative spin on it, like it's a negative situation, but you're flipping it positive.
And posting stories about that too, probably.
But your stories, you could also do it. Every story you post could also be a quick rhyme.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. I've tried to do that more recently, and I think even not even having to do it on a beat, just like a cappella sometimes. Yeah. 100%.
Just a quick rhyme.
It comes out of me naturally, so why shouldn't I be doing that? There's no reason. It's just not doing it.
Yeah. Even in your questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like right now. Like, what's
heaven? I want to go to heaven, and I want to be prolific, but I sit at home and I'm wishing.
Yeah, like that'd be a wild interview, dude. Nobody's ever done that.
Yeah, just all of the questions are in rhymes. Yeah, answers in freestyles.
There was a guy named Tony Mosey, who's from Boston, who came to my event, I think a year ago. I don't think it was at the last one, it was at the one a year ago. And even the way he talked was kind of in rhymes, and it made me want to talk in rhymes. And it took me like 3 days to get him out of my head, because every time he spoke, and then I started always wanting every word. He would say a sentence and then kind of pause, just like you would in a rap.
Yeah, wow.
And he just spoke in rhythm.
Yeah.
And it made me want to speak in rhythm. And every time he said something, I was waiting for the rhyme to come after the next time, right?
Yeah.
That's how he would like infected my brain.
Yeah, it got into.
I was going insane. Okay. But that kind of thing, like you get into that vibe.
Yeah.
You start sharing, and then it's easier to get back into the creative zone.
Right, because you're constantly doing it anyways.
This is a great story. So Mark, you work with Mark, right?
Yes.
Mark Drager. So he asked me this question on one of our podcast episodes, where he has this really tall kind of cliff at his cottage that he would he wanted to jump into the water.
Yeah.
Right? Did you watch this one?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so jump in the water. But every time he went to the cliff, he got scared because it's so high up.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And even though he known that he's done it every other year for the past 10 years, he's still afraid to get up and do it. So the only answer was to go up and run. You run and then you jump. And then once you do it, you get up and you can do it right away the next time and right away the next time. But then another year goes by, he comes back to the cottage, he's afraid again. And he has to do the same thing, get him all amped up, run and jump, right? The answer though is always be jumping. When you're always jumping, you're not scared. So he had to take a year off because he wasn't going to the lake house every year, right? But for you and your creation, if you're always jumping, you're not scared to do it anymore.
Wow.
If you're always rhyming, if you're always creating, if you're always putting up, then it's not this big impossible thing.
That's it. Wow.
You have it, like the wheels are already in motion, so just keeping them in motion.
Going.
Yeah. So like always be jumping, always be creating, always be rhyming, always come up with the next thing. Then it's not this big deal. They have to put behind something and it has to be the thing. Yeah.
I love that.
Always be jumping. You can get like Mark Drager.
Believe.
If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have two options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.